Nope. Okay, now my stream is working. Hello, hello, hello. Okay, cool. Okay, welcome back to another week of feedback, another week where I'm sweaty as hell because it's hot as fuck in all of Europe. I advanced to level 19. Amazing. Okay. Cool. I don't know what the first track is. Oh, the first track is actually fantastic. This is my favorite track so far of the day. RAR, if you... I'm assuming this is how you say it. R4R. If you see this and you have a not broken link to your track, then send it over. Alright, actual first track of the day is Mr. Dirty Octopus. Real. That's how this whole week has felt. Alright, let's take a listen. Oh, I love that. Oh. Wow. Wow, okay. Actually, crazy cool melodic track. Holy. Well, starting off good is more interesting. Dirty Octopus, this might be one of my favorites you've ever sent me. This is so cool. I love this theme as well. This is such a cool little line. Like, this is great, and then... Ooh, this is very juicy. I like this. I think you've done a really nice job of like bringing it together, like the progression, melody, the sort of very sugary type of sounds together. I'm a big fan. Big fan of this. Feedback wise, I think for me it's mostly in this section. It's good. But I think I want to hear a little bit more of this bass coming forward and setting the groove, because it feels like it's the bass is not really in front enough, and I think if you make this a little bit more bass heavy or bass dominant, as far as like the mix is concerned, the groove is going to feel distinct from the other sections, and also as an arrangement, it's going to feel a little bit more like it has more contrast. So you'll actually be able to distinguish all the elements from each other, or all the different sections from each other a bit more clearly. I like this transition. It's kind of simple, but works. Although it does feel like there's something a bit missing from this build. Like, it feels a bit placeholdery. Like, it has the start of it, but it hasn't been finished yet. So obviously this, I think, could use some more work. Yeah, please finish this, dude. Please finish this. This is so cool. This is like so the type of stuff that I enjoy listening to. First actual track after getting my new MacBook to replace my old Windows laptop. Yes, let's go. Glad you're finally on something that feels like, hopefully, like the workflow is a little bit better. And I'm assuming your MacBook is going to have a little bit more capacity than the Fossil. That's how I felt when I switched from I think it's laptop specific, because I think on the PC end of things, I've been very happy with my Windows PC that, you know, I built it. I know exactly what's in it, what it can do, and you know, I've added bits and pieces to it over the years, which is very nice. But laptop wise, good MacBook, really hard to beat. MacBook is just really hard to beat. Well, I think that's all I have to say about this, so we can move on. Exceeding by Hayes. Sent this in a little bit ago, gave it some love, and added another drop. Exceptional. Love to hear that.
Ready to roll, 50 in the
Wow. Wow. These breaks are super interesting. Cool. Wow. A little switch up on the classic. I'm not sure exactly where to go with the feedback on this, because there's one very clear point of feedback I have, which is on this transition. it's I like the idea of like these like dropouts where you suddenly just really switch up quickly. It just feels a little bit too extreme. And it feels like it's just missing a like little downshift, down lift, little impact. And not so much in like it needs a big boom, but more so that it needs just almost like the top layer of that. It's missing like a little, almost like Transformers style sound to just to take you out of that and let this, like, you know. And I would say for that element, started off dry, but you know, let's say the element is like half a second long, or even like say a full second long. By the time you get halfway through that, whatever that sequence is of that little downlifter thingy, just start getting the reverb up, so that by the tail of it, the reverb is at like 100%, or it's high enough so that it has a release going into this, so it doesn't feel too unnatural and like choppy. I was thinking as well a bit more sub could be nice on the second drop, but maybe you don't need it. I think more so I'm feeling like the second drop sub needs a bit stronger of upper harmonics, so that you really feel the sub a bit more distinctly. Because when you listen for it, it's there, but I'm not quite feeling it. Like it's not coming through. I don't know, somehow I want it to be a bit richer than where it's at right now. Ooh, Dirty Octopus, lots of chats. Weird, nice bass, and the texture when the key shift is absolutely crazy. I'd love to play this live as this gets released. Why does your background look so Greek? I mean, I am on an island, so that would make sense. Add reverb, throw it to smooth into the break. Yeah, I am in the southern part of Europe, so that all tracks. Again, not sure if I have much more to say. I kind of like all of the elements I'm hearing here in the breaks. It would maybe be nice to hear this lead come back, but you don't really need it. Yeah. Find close-up Walkus image. Let's take a listen. Not that kind of island, bro. like that rhythm. Gotta go to bed. Good night. Good night, my friend. Thanks for sending in the song. Thank you. I think on this song, I feel like there's a lot of good stuff. I really like this drop. This whole drop is really cool. It's a bit different than your normal style, but it's nice and bouncy, and I like the bass. I think here I got a bit bored. I kind of think this bass should be a bit different for this section. Like, it should be something special, because it ends up being a bit too much of the same. The intro, I think, is fine. What could be nice is here, even if it's, so you could do a couple of things. I would suggest foreshadowing the vocal chop melody a bit to connect this here. So I would say bring something of the vocal chop into here. It doesn't have to be the whole vocal chop melody. And it doesn't even necessarily have to be the vocal chop. What you could also do is, you know, on a different instrument, play the same melody of the vocal chop. And then just, you know, like pan it off, put it to the side. It could even be like a little saw, or, I don't know, any kind of little lead that you wanted to do, or guitar. The idea just being that you're like building up a little bit more to this drop, because it ends up kind of just... It's cool, and it's not like a huge surprise per se. I just think that you can build up a little bit more of this melody, have it repeat a bit more, so that it's more emotional once we get to the drop. But you don't want to do it by just strictly repeating it, which is why my first thought would be to take that melody of the vocal chop and put it on a different sound and see how it feels. Otherwise, this is fine. Sort of traditional waka stuff. I don't know, I'm sort of grasping at straws because I think the song is actually in this pretty solid spot. I'm not a super big fan of like the extended outro, but it might just not be for me. There's some people who might actually quite like this. I think you could put a little bit of atmosphere on it though, just to make it a bit more full or a little bit more interesting. Unless you say, no, I need it to get mixed DJ-wise into other songs. Yo, I'm hungover, but I'm here. Hey. You know what the best solution is for a hangover? Beer. Alright. Yeah, I think that's kind of my 2 cents on this. I don't know that I have more to say. Hopefully I don't go the whole stream just being like, it's good. Alright, let's see. Rexo and Bondu ID version, I don't know. We don't know what version it is. It's a version. Is this the same one as last time? I will be indulging again as it is 4th. True, it is. Happy 4th, man. Oh my god, almost... I know, I didn't forget. I totally didn't forget. It's 4th of July. I would never forget. What the hell? That's not what I wanted. Okay. I don't dislike that counter melody. I think the counter melody is fine, actually. Okay. Interesting. Ooh. What do I think about this? There's a lot of different things to go on. I think overall, I might have preferred the previous version. It felt a bit crispier, and I think the rhythm you had for this 8-part before was a bit simpler and catchier. This da 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 thing, I don't know, it just feels like doing something different for the sake of doing it different doesn't quite match up with everything else that's going on. This B part is still great. This little lead here, I think, is also good in principle. It feels kind of awkward, and I'm not sure why. I'm not sure if it needs different envelope settings, so maybe a bit more attack, so it's not quite so and we're like wah, or I think this breakdown here sounds quite, I guess the way I would put it is cheesy. And I think part of that is to do with just how many notes there are, like how many melody ideas there are that haven't been introduced. Like, it's a very, I guess, complicated melody. It's just a lot of notes. A lot of note sequences that are all not really related or to each other. And I say related in the sense that they don't really build upon one another. They don't repeat ideas that have come before in the song in new ways. It's just all very different ideas. So it ends up being like a 4-bar sequence, or whatever it is, 8 bars, that is completely unique, which is a bit too much. You kind of gotta pick which phrases you're gonna go with, I think. The other part of that, I think, is just that the glide timing is a bit too long. It ends up, just making the on this sound, it can feel a bit cheesy, or it sounds a bit cheesy to me. I think this is fine. This is still cool. I like this as well. But also it's a bit in this thing of like, it's a few bars and then all of a sudden it's gone. So the question is like, do you still want to rock with that when it's so short? If you feel like it's cool, then go for it, you know? All the power to you. Yeah, I think that's, in this case, my 2 cents for this. Alright, the Merlo Defan, Out of Sight. Ooh, Futurized. Ooh, it's supposed to be coming out next week. Alright, let's take a listen. Which is going to be funny because I'm going to be sitting here criticizing or like feedbacking a release track, but hey, I'm going to do what I do. Wow. Yeah. Nah, that's gnarly. God, it's so hard.
That's my life, Nathan. Don't tell me you love me if you don't know the meaning. Cause when I was in Greensboro, I ain't giving you my time. If you weren't there back when I was doing time, cause I'm leaving you behind. I know how we catch with these snakes, saying that it's 100. Then once you're out of sight, you're out of mind. Then once you're out of sight, you're out of mind.
Wow. Sound design nasty as usual. Ugh. Even the extended mix feels nasty. I think that's, for me, always been one of the key things. It's like, I don't like listening to extended mixes. So if there's one that makes me sit there and just, I'm content to listen to it, it's a good song usually. Yeah, I just mean it sounds very complete overall. Like obviously this is a finished, about to be released production, so I'm not surprised. My only thought is like here. This especially. It's a very long feeling cooldown. And I do wonder if you need the cooldown period to really be that long before you can hop into the next thing. This is kind of the section where you expect people to take a moment, look at each other, go get a drink. But the question is always like, do you want your song to be the song that everybody like walks out of the club floor on? It's just, I don't know, it feels a little bit too long for that. I think if this was just a bit shorter, or if the groove started a bit earlier, it would be nice. Because like these little shakers and stuff is fine, but it could have started here. You could have honestly had the shaker start here and then move into this. And even then, like, you don't really get any pace back, any rhythm, for almost 3/4 of a minute. And then it's the build up, and then we go into another drop. So for me, it would mostly be the second break that I'd be looking at and being like, does it need to be structured this way? Is there a way we can give it more groove and more excitement? Because I think the intro should be a bit slower. I think that's useful, but the second break just doesn't quite have enough energy for me. That's my two cents on the matter. It was like if I was giving you feedback before you'd finished it. All right, next up, another one. Another one. All right, let's take a listen. Okay. I think you probably already know this, but the highs are a little harsh. I like that there's lots of ideas in here, though. I do think you maybe want to think about culling some of these ideas or spreading them out. Like, obviously, this is a rough demo, but yeah, I think pick your favorite idea out of this and make it the main thing. I made this in like an hour. That's mean. How dare you? There's so many sounds in here. Oh, I already gave up on like being a sound designer in my heart. That dream is over. I know just enough to know how not good I am. But that's okay. My heart is elsewhere now anyhow. And I found other fun things to do. On this end though, like I think definitely look a little bit into like your drum design. Because I think now that you're at that point where you've got a bunch of ideas, I would also be curious to see what will happen when you like start to develop the drum part of this more cohesively, like more thoroughly. Because that feels like the weak spot for me in this is like idea wise. Like the basses are doing all of the rhythmic lifting and you just have this like foundation of like kick snare. So the question is like when you start to bring in percussion ideas, what phrases are suddenly going to seem more appealing or be more interesting to work with. Yeah, I'm out of town, so none to submit, but I got 2 EPs dropping next weekend. 2? Damn! Okay. Is it Househead? Househead dropping? I want Househead. Those tracks are so sick. Yeah, let's go. What's the second EP? Also, enjoy being out of town. I hope you have a good time. I don't actually have any more tracks. It's kind of it. Because this is not working. So I guess that we're done for today? Don't blink. Ah, okay, yep. Fantastic. Alright, well, everybody go pre-save Hans Claire's new EPs if you can pre-save them somewhere. I don't know where that would be, but I hope we can. I'll obviously send them in then next week, and I'll put the pre-save links out, because you're the GOAT, man. We gotta support the boy. Yeah, I guess that's it for this week. Kind of a short stream. Definitely a short stream, but honestly, I'm so hot. I'm like, I just can't wait to go stand out of my room where it's a little bit cooler. So I'm a little bit thankful as well. Alright, well, friends, thank you very much for sending in your music, and I'll be here again next week, as per usual. And goodbye. Have a lovely 4th of July for all my Americans, and have a great weekend otherwise.